Electric Surge Blue. 48 of 50 is the number plate that we have here. This is going against your Audi RS5 and your BMW M4. What's new for this year? The Fuji edition is replacing the Track edition. You're going to get upgrades with the Brembo ceramic brakes, titanium exhaust, carbon fiber composites throughout the vehicle to shed nearly 200 pounds. But is this one going to be comparable to the rivals or even better? I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and we're going to go over all the specs and details starting now. Lexus RCF brings that aggressive styling, and they start off with the carbon fiber composite hood, and it integrates into the enlarged Lexus grille. You're going to get the gloss black that's over it with the satin inserts, and that's just going to brush into the carbon fiber lower splitter with all of the lower bit. It's going to be functional. Bi-LED headlamps and daytime running. So what I like about the stance is you can tell the RCF by the way it's presented from the front, from the side, and the rear, which you're going to see in this review. And all those aerodynamic lines serve a purpose, and they just go over these 19-inch BBS ultra lightweight fogged alloy wheels with performance tires, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. Behind it, red calipers, those are Brembos, 6 pistons in the front. All 4 corners is going to be 14.9-inch disc reading. You're going to get 4 pistons in the rear, ventilated. They're drilled. This is ready for raw performance. The suspension is going to be an adaptive variable system, a double wishbone front suspension, a multi-link rear suspension, rear-wheel drive with Torsum limited slip differential, a length at 184.4 inches, a wheelbase at 107.5 inches. What I like about the styling cues here, carbon fiber roof with the carbon fiber on the lower rocker panel, and the styling cues just really set it apart, because when you are putting this next to the BMW M4 or the Audi RS5, this one's going to stand out, especially with that blue, because it just really has a good appearance, and all the fenders are flared out. The best part about the Lexus RCF is that this is definitely going to look different than the regular RC, and they're going to add that carbon fiber fixed rear spoiler with the F badging on the side. On the lower, you're going to receive carbon fiber for the diffuser, and this is really the best, or the cherry on the top, I should say, quad stacked exhaust. These are titanium, curb weight 3,902 pounds. Reverse camera, reverse parking sensors going inside to your cargo at 10.1 cubic feet. This is going to be just a touch less than the Audi RS5. However, it's very comparable with the BMW M4. You have some storage underneath the floor. But these type of cars, you really don't care about cargo space. You care about raw performance. That's why you pick this specific car. Let's go inside, start it up, and hear that exhaust note. The Lexus RCF definitely has the performance elements on the exterior. Comparing it to the regular RC, it's not going to be so different with the specs for your 0 to 60 or your quarter mile. But they back the performance with a 5.0 liter V8 producing 472 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque that's paired to an 8-speed direct shift automatic transmission, achieving 16 to 24 mpgs. The 0 to 60 is around 4 seconds. 0 to 100 at 9.5 seconds, which is the best if you're comparing it to BMW M4 or the Audi RS5. Quarter mile around 12.4 seconds. Now the difference between this and the RC is going going to be about a 1/10 of a second on the 0 to 60, but the quarter mile is where it's at 0.3 seconds quicker. So you got to take your pros and cons, but the styling that you're getting, limited edition number 48 of 50. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2022 Lexus RCF. As we go into the interior, go over the tech. Entering inside the Lexus RCF number 48 of 50, headroom at 37.8 inches, legroom at 45.4 inches. We're going to have a leather Alcantara mixture, 10-way power adjustment for the driver, 8-way power adjustment for the passenger. We have the perforated, we got the contrast look. These are sports seats with the F badging, so I do like how we get all that sports in the interior because it just matches the exterior. We're going to also add carbon fiber on the glove box for the passenger side. The bi-level dashboard is going to encase this 10.3 non-touch screen, but you do have your navigation, and we do have the upgraded Mark Livingston, which is a 17-speaker, 835 watts. Going back to your navigation, you have the pinch, you cannot do the swipe. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, Bluetooth connectivity. Switch it to reverse, we do have trajectory, and you got the dynamic lines. You're going to get the Alcantara on the gear lever with the leather wrap and its contrast stitching as well. We have your driving mode select with the CD player, dual climate control settings. In this lower bit here, cup holders, you can easily fit a 20-ounce water bottle. More Alcantara right here. Open up inside to some more USB and a 12-volt. It's pretty decent sized storage. Elbows are going to be pretty soft, and I like how the seats hug you. Steering wheel, it's F-spec. Alcantara wrap. You got the F badging, multi-function paddle shifter, the gauge cluster, similar to your LFA with your G-force, your lap time. You can do your compass or navigation, and you can go through an array of information in the gauge cluster. And over the gauge cluster, a little bit more Alcantara just to top the cake, and that's exactly what you're wanting with this particular vehicle. Door panel, you're going to get the harder materials on the top. You're going to get the carbon fiber with the blue contrast, Alcantara for where you're going to rest your arm. And storage, I would say you can fit about two 16.9-ounce water bottles. So for a sports car that is a coupe, it's pretty efficient for the most part. It's just lacking the touchscreen if you're comparing it against BMW M4 or Audi RS5. However, the touch sensitive is pretty easy and it is pretty intuitive for the most part. I do like the analog clock and the way the air vents are structured because it just keeps that sporty flair. Let's check out the back seats. Sitting in the back seat's going to be a little tough. You got 35 inches of headroom, 27.3 inches of legroom. If I'm driving the vehicle, there's no way I'm going to fit in the back, but at the end of the day, it's a coupe. You're really just going to use this for storage or small animals. Panel is going to be soft because you got the leather trim and the Alcantara next to the Mark Livingston stereo. Just nothing here to rest your arm. And I don't really like how they put this non-soft surface. You do have two air vents. There's no USB port, so you know for a fact that this is not really designed for anything but small kids, but they do at least give some detail putting the F badging in the back seats. I'd like to thank Carlos here at Lexus of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2022 Lexus RCF Fuji Edition number 48 of 50 for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click that subscribe button, check out the details, the merchandise, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.